There's new information today on a deadly South Dakota plane crash over Thanksgiving weekend. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. Federal investigators now say the pilot and a passenger spent 3 hours clearing snow and ice off a small plane before it crashed after taking off from an airport in Chamberlain.
The November 30th crash killed 9 of the 12 members of an Idaho family who were on board, including the pilot. The National Transportation Safety Board says in a preliminary report released yesterday that 3 of the plane's warning systems activated within seconds of taking off. The I-94 Red River Bridge between Fargo and Moorhead has been plagued with crashes over the past several days, and crews are keeping a close watch on some slick spots. Despite sending crews out to sand, MnDOT says the area is troublesome because so many people are driving over it.
They're using plows, salt, sand, even chemical sprays. But you have to do your part too. Slow down, leave plenty of room between you and the car in front of you, and be patient.
And this morning there is going to be ice on the road because it got real cold overnight. Let's check in with Lisa Green.
Sure did, especially if you are in the east. We really felt that chill. Here's a look at our overnight lows. We were quite cold over to the east into the 20s below there. The good news is we've been warming up since then. So let's take a look at these numbers. 27 below in Fosston. That was our coldest one on the map. And 26 below in Park Rapids, 25 below in Bemidji. Fargo got down to 15 below and 17 below in Grand Forks. So a frigid overnight last night. Over to the west, a little bit better off. We had some cloud cover there, and that's where the warmer air started moving in first. So keep in mind these numbers as we look at our current temperatures. Fosston was down to 27 below. We're now at 2 below. So we've made a huge leap since we saw those lowest temperatures. Still cold. We're at 0 in Fargo. It's 3 below in Grand Forks, 8 above in Jamestown right now. And over to the east, of course, that's where we have the coldest overnight lows, and that's where we continue to be coldest this morning. It's 15 below in the Bedette area. Now, what's driving this is warmer air moving in, some wind out of the south increasing. We've got some gusts into the 20s up north, so that's going to factor into your wind chills. So that kind of takes away from that warm up at the moment. It feels more like we're into the teens to some 20s below. So still bundle up here this morning. You'll need it. We're looking at 25 below in Grand Forks and 18 below your wind chill in Fargo. Your radar satellite map showing some pretty quiet weather, though there are some areas with cloud cover that may be producing a few flurries or a light snow shower here this morning to start off your day. A look at your hour-by-hour planner. We'll see those wind chills on the low end, but temperatures continue to rise here as we work our way through the morning hours. By noon, everybody above 0, and those of us out west starting to get into the 20s. And as we head into the afternoon, a high of about 15 degrees in Fargo, 13 in Grand Forks, getting close to 30 out west. And then the east, not quite as warm, but still a huge change from overnight last night. Will be about 10 degrees or so for your high in the east. And with that wind out of the south, that warmer air in place, our temperatures don't drop nearly as much tonight. We'll kind of hold steady in those single digits to some teens. And this weather continues. We warm up into the 20s Thursday and Friday. The weekend looks fantastic. And we stay quiet through the next 7 days leading up to the Christmas holiday. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. We're going to be finishing off this hour on I-29. We're going to be heading northbound toward Grand Forks. Now, there's a consistent line of traffic leaving I-94 and joining these northbound lanes of I-29, but thankfully, it's still moving fairly freely. It's just a little bit more crowded than it was, say, this morning. Now, this morning, things started off very, very light, and honestly, we're right on line with where we were with the same traffic flow yesterday. It started off very light, got really busy around 6:45, and then stayed busy throughout the morning. So we're really at the point where things are going to start building up into peak traffic flow now. So if you haven't made your way out the door, you're going to want to do it quickly, and maybe give yourself a couple extra minutes because it's going to get more crowded. You can see up here in the I-29, it's going to be fairly consistent all the way up to the main avenue bridge, and that tends to be where things start to thin out a little bit more here in the northbound lanes of I-29. You can see over in the southbound lanes, though, things are very open and free. So good news if you're heading south. If you're heading north, it's going to be a bit crowded. Thank you for joining me this morning for your Traffic on the Move. I'm Devin Fry.
It's the hottest ticket in town, and more are going on sale in just a few minutes for Saturday's Bison football playoff game against Montana. The sales, well, they start at 7 o'clock Now you can find tickets at gobison.com/tickets or on our story at valleynewslive.com.
The Bison ticket office will also be open in the south lobby of the Shack from 8 to 5 through Thursday, or you can also call 1-888-231-6378. Also remember, reserved tailgating passes will be on sale between 8 and 5 today and tomorrow in that same Bison ticket office. It looks like a cutting-edge technology business is coming to North Dakota. Governor Doug Burgum is announcing later today details of the company and jobs that are expected to be relocated to our state.
He's holding a news conference this afternoon at NDSU's Berry Hall in downtown Fargo, and you can watch for details on air and online throughout the day. Fargo school officials are taking a second look at allegations that a teacher at Centennial Elementary hit a special needs student. The initial investigation took a little more than a week and ended with the teacher being exonerated. In an open records request, we found an email from the staff member who witnessed that incident, who said this wasn't the first time the teacher was physical with that 5-year-old student.
The email indicates at one point the teacher grabbed the child between the neck and chin. Fargo school officials are not commenting because of the ongoing investigation. Police have forwarded their findings to the state's attorney, who will determine if criminal charges will be filed. One man is in custody, but police are still looking for this guy after an armed robbery in Beltrami County. He's 19-year-old Carlito Kingberg.
The holdup happened Monday night at the Lakes Market convenience store just north of Bemidji. Police allege that Kingbird and a man who's already in jail are also linked to 2 stolen vehicles, one used in the robbery and another in the attempted getaway. A Minnesota woman will spend the rest of her life in prison for killing a Florida woman to steal her identity and could soon be back in Minnesota to face additional charges. Lois Reese was dubbed the fugitive grandma when she led authorities on a cross-country manhunt before being captured in April 2018 in Texas.
She had been on the run for about a month after her husband was found dead in the couple's Blooming Prairie, Minnesota home. She pleaded guilty yesterday of murdering Pamela Hutchinson after meeting her in a Florida bar. Reese also waived extradition to Minnesota for her husband's murder. And the state attorney general says they will request she be sent back to Minnesota for prosecution. Fargo tops the list for the 10 hottest job markets for 2020. ZipRecruiter identified the markets based on things like the number of job postings, average number of job openings per job seeker, and median wage.
The number of job postings is growing fastest in Fargo because of the local universities, a high-level hospital, and one of Microsoft's largest corporate campuses. Sioux Falls ranked 3rd, and Bismarck came in at number 9. This time next week, wrapping paper is going to be all that is left under your Christmas tree. And if you're still looking for a gift, well, we have some ideas for you this morning.
The Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live from middeck Market this morning. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Carl Springer with Zoob's Nuts, and we're at the middeck Market, which is right inside the West Acres Mall. You can't miss it, and they have absolutely everything in store, especially Zoob's Nuts, because these are perfect gifts. And I want to jump right in to your new flavor. What do you have featuring today?
This is the world premiere of the honey roasted chipotle peanuts. Brand new, first time in the store, first time in any store.
And so what made you want to expand? How did you come up with this idea?
I had them before. I think it was in Georgia somewhere, and I didn't like them. And I figured I could do better.
And that's how they came to life.
Absolutely.
And so why do these make great Christmas gifts, do you think?
If you got that person you don't know what to buy for, like your cousin Eddie.
Right.
Yeah, that is coming to Christmas and expects a gift. Well, I got your gift.
And I love this too because I think you can't go wrong with food either. I feel like everybody loves opening something that involves food.
Yeah, absolutely. I only want socks and food for Christmas.
Oh, same. Fuzzy socks and like chocolate or Zoob's Nuts. That's the perfect. But you do have your original as well.
Yeah, I have the flagship that started about 14 months ago. This is actually my first Christmas in the retail business, so I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are some just great options for those Christmas gifts. I mean, this is a great stocking stuffer. And we've been talking about food all morning. And I keep thinking of my dad because I feel like my dad is the hardest person to shop for because you just never know what a dad really wants. But food seems to always be the option. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Food and socks.
There you go. There you go. That is just the go-to present. So you want to stop here at the middeck market in the West Acres Mall. They have absolutely everything you'll need.
I love that guy. I like the
His
world
energy
premiere too.
is
It's
great,
like world
yeah.
premiere here. Food and socks. Yeah, he's right.
I'd be happy with both of those. Abby
Easy.
Furchner reporting live. Thank you very much this morning. Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, when it comes to shopping, 70% of people prefer one of these.
The answer, a paper receipt. You need those gift receipts this time of the year for sure. And one last check of our forecast, and I'm happy because we're climbing up already.
Yeah, temperatures on the rise. We've hit 0 in Fargo, and it's only up from there. So we're going to see some numbers back into the teens for highs today in Fargo, high 15 degrees. If you're out west, some 20s. East, maybe a little cooler, but all of us much better off than we were last night. And we'll build off of that heading into the weekend.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today continues right now on the Fargo CW.